Hello again, you scantily clad scoundrels. It's been another crazy week for Destiny 2 with Bungie once again the subject of a public backlash, this time for locking content behind a DLC paywall. The studio's response will change the way Destiny is played in the future, and yes, we're going to talk about all that in this here video, plus a comprehensive look at all the quality of life improvements and new features added in the latest December update, the ultimate fate of Prometheus Lens, rest in peace good buddy, the best way to get Masterwork weapons, faction rallies, the dawning loot updates, and of course, all the latest tastiest tidbits of info for your viewing pleasure. You know the drill. Let's do this. First up, let's talk about the whole locked content thing. So then, Bungie came under intense scrutiny for locking content behind a DLC paywall. If you didn't purchase Curse of Osiris, you couldn't reach the power level required to access the Prestige Nightfall or Raid. This in turn meant that certain trophies and even the exotic questline for Legend of Acreus suffered the same fate. Same deal with Trials of Osiris, no expansion, no access. Content that was available to all players who purchased Destiny 2 now had an additional price tag. Cough up $20 for Osiris or kiss that content goodbye. Now, unsurprisingly, a public backlash ensued, and in light of Bungie's recent XP throttling controversy, the studio was quick to act. It rolled out this expansion and season access update that opened with a line, "With Curse of Osiris now live, it's clear that we've made some mistakes with how we have handled content access." The studio then detailed the following changes to the game. Let's start with the Prestige Leviathan Raid, which now has a reduced power level of 300 so that all players can access it regardless of whether or not they have the Osiris expansion. Prestige Raid rewards have also been reduced to 300 power. This means that the Prestige Raid trophy and the Legend of Acreus questline are once again available to all players. The Prestige Nightfall, however, remains a 330 power activity, so you'll need Curse of Osiris to access it. The normal Nightfall will only require the Osiris expansion when it features a Curse of Osiris map. As for Trials, well, this has the same kind of deal as the normal Nightfall. This will be available to all players unless a Curse of Osiris map is featured. Then you'll need the expansion to access it. Iron Banner, faction rallies, and the Dawning will be made available to all players. In fact, Bungie cancelled the latest faction rallies to ensure that when it returns, players who don't have the expansion are not locked out of the event. All these changes are now in the game. And there's more. Bungie also detailed some of its plans for the near future. The studio is cooking up a third difficulty setting for Prestige activities. That way, Prestige content remains accessible to all players at all times, while the new as yet unnamed difficulty setting will provide a challenge for those who continue to increase their power level with each new expansion. Bungie is also working on improving heroic strikes with new challenges and new modifiers. Next up, we're going to talk about the recent quality of life improvements and changes to the game that came with the latest December update. First up, a moment of silence, if you will, for Prometheus Lens. Yes, it was fun while it lasted. It melted faces and souls in the Crucible and did serious work in PvE, but alas, it has now been nerfed beyond recognition, at least temporarily. Here's what Bungie had to say. As laser tag weekend comes to a close, we're making good on our promise to address the fact that Prometheus Lens is way too powerful. Sure, it's fun, but it breaks the Crucible for anyone who wants to use a different weapon. Given the short window we had to make an emergency fix, it will be adjusted to be way too weak. In January, this new exotic will receive a proper play-tested design pass. It will never be what it once was, but it will get better than it is now. So there you go, my friends. The Prometheus Lens passes into Legend. In January, it will work as intended. Next up, loot updates. Yes, your sweet, precious loot drops have been fiddled with. Legendary engrams now have less of a chance of rewarding multiple legendary items, and both exotic and legendary engram drop rates have been reduced for public events and increased for Strike and Crucible playlist activities. So yeah, useful to know if you're grinding for exotics. Plus, a little note on token farming. If you're opening loads of chests in quick succession, you now get at least some loot rather than no loot at all. So farming chests is now a little bit more effective. Same thing can't be said for faction rallies. You can no longer loot the same chest multiple times in quick succession for faction rally tokens. So then, my friends, take this sweet precious loot news with you and use it wisely. And may RNGesus smile upon you always. Salute. Next up, you can now purchase armor from faction vendors, which means I can finally get my hands on the Jensim Knight Casque. Now, I've got to be honest with you guys, I do like grinding, so this edition I'm not too keen on. I like the grind. I don't like the fact that you can now just buy them straight off the bat, but you can, so I'm going to do it. It costs you 10 IO tokens and 10 legendary shards, so let me just pop that on and see what it looks like, because I've been grinding for that for such a long time. So let me just pop it on. Let's see what it looks like. It's cool, actually. I do like that. I knew it was going to look pretty damn cool. Let me just have a closer look at that thing. It's cool. I like it. I do like it. Does it change with shader? Let me just pop on a shader and see. Just the outside rim of it kind of changes with the shaders. So there you go, that's a new addition that came with the latest December update. Next up, good old Shaxi, Poo and Zavala are now selling gift consumables for 25 legendary shards. Now Shaxi's gift consumable provides rewards to all players at the end of a Crucible activity, and Zavala's gift consumable provides rewards to the user's fire team on strike completion. Now I've actually purchased a few of these and used them in Crucible activities and strike activities, and check it out, I have gift of Crucible tokens and I also have gift of Vanguard tokens. I haven't used them yet, so I thought I'd just pop them now and see what I actually get from them. So I got, oh, you get 5 for every 1 consumable, so that's 15 in total for those. So I can just burn through these, get 5 tokens a piece, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, so that's 20 Vanguard tokens from 4 consumables. So that's not too shabby, that's a good way of getting tokens, I guess. So yeah, new consumable gift items, hurrah! Next up, Masterwork weapons. Now if you saw my last video, you would have seen that I got 0 Masterwork weapons from 30 legendary engrams, and only a few Masterwork weapons from handing in over 2,000 gunsmith materials. So yeah, the delicious grind is real. But I did have way more luck when handing in tokens to planetary vendors, so I'm going to put that to the test again. I'm going to open 8 legendary engrams and hand in 100 mercury tokens and see what the results are. I also have a whole heap of luminous engrams, which I hear also drop Masterwork weapons, so again, we're going to see what happens. Let's do this. Okay then, so I'm back, Master Raul, and this time I have 8 legendary engrams. Now like I said in the previous video, I opened 30 legendary engrams and got 0 Masterwork weapons, so I'm not expecting much this time around. Those 2 exotic engrams are being saved for another sweet precious loot video. So let's just burn through these and see if I can get any Masterwork weapons. Like I said, not holding my breath, probably not going to happen. The drop rate on legendary engrams seems to be really damn poor, and I think this is going to prove it yet again. Okay, so we got nothing yet again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Mercury and hand in some Mercury tokens and see if planetary tokens give you a better chance of getting Masterwork weapons. Let's go. Okay then, so as you can see, I've got 115 Mercury tokens to hand in, and I'm willing to bet that I'll get at least a few Masterwork weapons from this haul, so we're going to put that to the test. Let's just burn through these and hopefully we can get some. There we go, first drop, a Masterwork weapon. So that kind of backs up what I'm saying, that planetary vendors definitely have a better chance of dropping Masterwork weapons, so you know, grind for tokens, you're bound to get them. So let's just burn through all these and see if we can get many more. That would be nice. So we've got 1 so far. Can we get any? Wow, have we burned through all these already? God damn, I didn't realize how quickly you burn through these kind of tokens. Well, there you go. We couldn't really put that too much to the test, but we did manage to get 1 on our first drop. So let's just have a little look and see what that is. It's the Vertical Orbit QSM sidearm. Let's just have a little look and see what the stat bonus for this is. It's a +10 magazine. Now, no thank you. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna dismantle this and see how many Masterwork cores I get. I got 1 Masterwork core for that, so there you go. I think that planetary vendors have a better chance of dropping a Masterwork weapon than legendary engrams or handing in gunsmith materials to Banshee. Right then, Cade 6, you Saki Robo douche, it's time to open my luminous engram haul to see if I can get some more Masterwork weapons and high power gear. So let's just get into this, and boom, we got Shinobu's Vow. I haven't got that yet. Awesome, let's check it out, and let's pop that on. What light level did that drop at? 330. Yes, effing please. I'm going to pop that over to, let me just move a few things around and pop this on, a Booyaka shirt. So wow, let me have a look at see what Shinobi's Vow. Let's have a look and see what the exotic perk is for that. New tricks, improved skip grenade, and you can gain an additional skip grenade charge. Okay, so that carries over from Destiny 1, awesome. So what else did we get? We got, what light level did this drop at? A pulse rifle that dropped at 321. That's some pretty tasty shit. Can I infuse that into anything? I'm going to infuse that into my Nightshade, because Nightshade is an effing beast in the Crucible, and I absolutely adore it. So let me just pop that into that. That boosts that up to 326. Let's swap that around, and we've moved up a light level. Huzzah, let's move on. Next up, Zavala, you beautiful bald awoken bastard. Let's see what you've got for me. Booyakasha, what have we got? We've got a Masterwork weapon. Excellent, that's just what I wanted. Let's open this one up. We've got another Masterwork weapon and an exotic. F me right in the A. That's amazing. And you know what? Let's just open some token action as well. Let's see if we can get any more Masterwork weapons. Let's just burn through these. We may as well. We're on a bit of a loot grind. So let's just... Oh, we've got another Masterwork weapon. This is going great guns at the moment. And another one perhaps. A Booyakasha. Let's see that pretty decent loot haul. God damn. So, what do we get? We got two of these. This dropped to 317. This dropped to 317. It's an auto rifle. I want to infuse that to my Scathe lock because I just adore this weapon too, to be quite frank with you. So let's pop that into that. A Booyakasha. That moves up to 322. Good tings, fam. What did this? This dropped to 325. It's a sidearm. I hate sidearms, so I'm going to dismantle that. So let me just dismantle this shit. A Booyakasha. That gave me one Masterwork core. So that adds to my Masterwork core collection. Let me see how many I've got so far. We've got 4. Brilliant. So what else did I get? We got a main ingredient fusion rifle. I love the fusion rifle. And I also... What is this? The deadpan delivery shotty. Now... I'm going to dismantle this because I don't particularly care for that. We got one Masterwork core for that one, but I'm in a bit of a dilemma. Should I infuse this into that, or should I just simply dismantle it for the core? I think I'm going to dismantle it because light level at the moment doesn't really mean shit, so I'm probably going to get more use from dismantling this, a Booyakasha, and getting 2 Masterwork cores. So that brings my total up to 7. So that's pretty decent. What am I going to do here is let's have a look at this shit. 333 again. F me right in the A. I am going to infuse that into this shit because why the effing hell not? Let's do this. It takes a bit longer infusing an exotic by the looks of it, but Booyakasha, that moves me up to 333. I'm now power level 324. This shit is going great. Like I said, what did this drop at? 322. We're going to infuse that into here. This is just Infusion City. I'm loving it. It's so nice to have something to grind for. It's so nice to have a power level to grind for, to have Masterworks to grind for. Bungie, please keep this shit coming. We need more stuff to grind for. Did this drop higher? No, that dropped lower, 317. But oh well, that was great. So let's move on and let's hopefully get some more decent shit. Okay, Shaxi Plops, you're up next. You one-horned bar steward. Let's see what you got for me. A Booyakasha. We got a Better Devil's Masterworks. That's pretty damn sexual, I have to admit. Now, I'm loving Better Devils, and I'm loving a 324 Masterwork Better Devils. Let's see what the stat perk for this is. 5 stability. That's quite exciting. I've got to say, grinding for Masterwork weapons is fun. Now, what do I do with this? I'm in a dilemma. What do I do here? Shall I keep it? I think I'm going to keep it. I do like that. I'm going to keep that shit. You're not getting infused. You're going to stay. I like you. You can stay. What else did we get? We got this. That dropped at 324. We'll just keep that for now. Now, guys, have a look at this shit. I kind of just realised today that I had this many Crucible tokens. Look, I've got 243. So really, I can just blast through these, I should imagine, and get a shitload of Masterwork weapons. So why the hell not?
One eternity later.
We got one right at the last moment. Okay, so let's just... Oh my god, we've got so much shit here. Look how many Better Devils I've got. Jesus Christ. Okay, what's the Masterwork weapon that I got? The Masterwork weapon is bad news. I don't really give a shite about that. So we are going to get rid of this. And hopefully, we're going to get 3 for my troubles. No, we got 1. So what else have we got? 8. So I need 2 more. Up next, we have Hawthorne. I'm here for my engrams. What are you going to give me? Let's have a look. A Booyakasha. We got the Wardcliffe Coil, aka Dubious Folly. And we got the Took Offense Leg Armor. Let's see what other stuff that I can get. A boom and plus a boom. Have we got anything more? God damn, so many engrams. Right. None of those dropped Masterwork weapons, which is a bit of a shame. They dropped at 325, 325. That's cool. What else did we get? We got these little bad boys over here. These dropped at 326. Did we get anything else? I think we did. We got a cheeky bit of armor going on. That made no sense at all, but you hear where I'm coming from. What did I say? 334. That dropped at 334. Let me pop that on. That's actually quite tasty. That boosts me up to 327. That was a nice drop. And what did this drop at? 325. So there you go. I think I've actually got one more stop. and then we come to the end of the loot haul. So let's just go to Benedict. Let's do this. Yo, Benedict, it's been ages since I last saw you, mate. What have you been up to other than being a weird, freaky robot that sweeps shit up? Okay, let's just go through this. Let's see what I get. Oh, we got the Helm of the Ace Defiant. That's pretty cool. I've actually always wanted to get that, so hurrah. Can we actually get anything else? No, we didn't get anything else. But let me just see what that helmet dropped at, and let me see what it looks like. It dropped at 319. I'm going to pop that on. Let's have a little look at this beauty. It looks freaky. I like it. It kind of reminds me of General Grievous from Star Wars. Do you not think? It's got like a General Grievous vibe to it. Speaking of Star Wars, I cannot wait to see The Last Jedi tomorrow. It drops in the UK December 15th. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So that's probably why I've got Star Wars on the mind. But there you go. That was a nice little loot haul. We moved up quite a few light levels. We got some decent armor. We got some decent Masterworks. I still didn't manage to get 10 of these things. So the grind continues. I've got to say, the Masterwork grind is great. I love it. I love the fact that they're really hard to get. I love the fact that they don't drop often. So yeah, this is great for people that just like to grind for shit. So there you go. Let me know how your Masterwork grinding is going in the comment section below. And that brings us to the end of this loot haul video. Now guys, I got so caught up in that sweet precious loot that I almost forgot to talk about the Dawning. Bungie will reveal the date for when the Dawning goes live in their December 15th blog post, so not long to wait for that. Also, here's a little tip. Xur will not be appearing on Mercury this Friday, but he can still be found on one of the other planets selling his new fated engram and 3 of coins. And guys, if you want to watch an epic Masterworks engram opening video plus a new Curse of Osiris quest, click this image. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for daily Destiny content, and thank you so much for watching, and as always, ha-tee-hee-hee, until next time, Guardians.